Hi everyone, Cinder again. I'm just wanted to let everyone know about my first experiences when I first came out as transgender. So I want to tell a story quickly about my ex-girlfriend and how I came out to her, as she was the first person I came out to. Last year, around, the beginning of September, she went away to visit her parents for a weekend, 3-day weekend. So I was there alone at my apartment, just whatever. Now we have this big walk-in closet we had in our apartment, and I loved it. I loved being able to see all her stuff because she always wore these tiny little cute dresses and all that kind of stuff, and she was very cute. So while she was away, I put together an outfit, and I, of course, posted pictures of me in the outfit, and felt really great, and spent the whole weekend in this awesome skirt and this awesome, top, and wearing a bra, and all this stuff, and feeling great. And unfortunately, at that point, I had a big beard, and my hair was cut real short and shit. So I didn't look the part, and so I started having these really deep feelings about, feeling shitty about my appearance, being like, man, I don't look right. This isn't right. Something's wrong here. And it all kind of culminated in a post I made on Reddit that was something like, help, I don't know what is going on, and where I detailed all the experiences, and someone basically said, yeah, you're probably trans. And I was like, oh, well, I should probably do something about this. And it was an answer that I already knew. I needed someone else to tell me it, but I knew it. I knew really that was true. So I ended up, after dressing up all weekend and doing all this kind of stuff, she came home, and I told her, and I said, listen, I'm trans, and I want to transition. I want to be a girl. I want to look like a girl, like I feel like a girl. And she was very surprised at first, very excited, I think. Helped me dress up, and I showed her, and she was like, I think the exact words I used, I said, how would you feel about dating a girl? And she was like, well, right girl, I guess I would. We were just come into an open relationship, and I said to her, well, what if that girl was me? She's like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, oh, well, trans. And so after all that kind of stuff, she was okay with it, and it was hard for her. She really went through the whole thing, read a bunch of stuff, read a bunch of books, and was very interested in it, although she had her own opinion about my transition and how I should go about doing it, and all this kind of stuff. But she became really okay with it and really enjoyed having a girlfriend. Called me the right name, right pronouns, the whole shebang, which is great. I tried many things during my first early parts of transition to help myself through her experience, through Olivia's experiences as a girl, through my girlfriend's experiences as a girl. Tried to get her to teach me makeup. She doesn't wear makeup. Was an issue. I was like, I need makeup to cover beard shadow, and she's like, I don't use makeup. I don't know how to do this. And I was like, this is unhelpful for everyone. And she still thinks it's funny. Now I can do makeup. I can do makeup really well because my boyfriend is actually very experienced in makeup, weirdly enough, which is kind of funny. One funny story I will relate to you guys is when one of the times I first came out, I did a lot of dressing up, kind of running around, just having a lot of fun. And one time when she was on acid, because she did acid quite a bit, I ended up getting all dressed up, did my makeup for the first time, and came in, and she was tripping balls, and she just looks at me, and she's like, who is this person? Who are they? And I sit down next to her, and she's like, and I'm just like, oh, hi, how are you? And she's like, oh, you look great. And that was the first experience. It was really funny. She warmed up really quick, but it was just she was very awkward and very who is this person? And she didn't even recognize me. And even then, my hair was very short, and I just had makeup on. I think at that point I probably had bought wigs already. I have 3 different wigs. I have a long two-toned one, and I have I don't wear them because they're very hot and they look kind of silly and they look fake, and there's no point. Plus my hair is decently long now, so it looks decently feminine, so I'm pretty happy. Although I want it longer. I want it down like past my shoulders, at least. Probably longer than that. Probably down past my boobs. Let's see. What else? Oh, because she didn't do makeup, her friend Sarah did, and took me out to Neiman Marcus, where I had my makeup done professionally, and it looked great. I looked kind of ridiculous. He just did a shit ton of makeup, eyeliner, mascara. I had lip liner, lip gloss, all the foundation, powder, and concealer, and everything you could ever hope for. I literally looked like a painted doll. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience to be treated like a lady and to be, seen as that, and have everyone accept me and be nice and everything. It was just great. It was lots of fun, and I definitely recommend that. Having that support from the people around me. Helped me come out and not go back into my shell and not repress again. Having everyone be like, oh, this is you. That's cool. We like you. So, whatever. That's, it's just another part of you. So it's just great. And I encourage anyone who's watching who has a friend or family member who's trans to give them the same support. They are a girl. They are, what they say they are. They've always felt that way. They're not trying to trick you or hurt you or lie to you or deceive you. They just are. So give them that support. Reassure them that they are, that you're happy with their decision, that you're happy with whatever they need to do to make themselves happy, because all you don't want is for them to be happy. Truly, if you're a friend or a family or what have you, and you care about someone, you just want them to be happy. One other quick story. Another great feeling is when people who don't know you gender you the correct way. And they do this by, let's see. They do this by, saying she or saying miss or whatever, to me at least, and kind of expressing that they see me as a girl without knowing that, I may not be, or I may not be physically, or what have you. The one time this happened to me really early on, I went out for Halloween, and me and my girlfriend did like this whole like gender bending thing where I dressed up full female and she dressed up full masculine, and we went out, and it was a lot of fun. And what ended up happening is I was in like a little mini skirt with like leggings, and I had a wig on and the whole shebang. And some guy drove up and he was like, "You ladies need a ride?" And we were like, "No." And he looked at me and I looked at him, and he's like, "Wait, are you a guy or a girl?" And I was like, that is the right question to ask. Just hilarious that, he was able to, pick out that one thing. And it was kind of nice because he wasn't sure. And I at that point hadn't started hormones, or if I had, it wasn't very, let's see, October. So I was a little more than a month into hormones. So there was no real effects. You couldn't see anything in my face. Like my face is a lot more, there's a lot more fat in my face, so it's much rounder, feminine shape than it was when I was before I started hormones. So it was nice to get that validation. Then later on, we went to 7-Eleven, and he's like, "Oh, lovely looking ladies," some homeless people outside, and I was like, "Yes, I am a lovely looking lady, thank you." And I'm just like smiling like an idiot, grinning like an idiot. It was great. Now, one thing I will say, and I will touch on this real quick because this is mainly about my experience when I first came out. Once I started thinking of myself as a woman, I became really interested in the submissive part of our culture that says women must be submissive or should be submissive. And what this got me thinking about is guys. I was like, I really want to be submissive. I really want to have someone, take charge and sexually, even like throw me down to a bed, push me up against the wall. I think that'd be really fucking hot or really fucking attractive. So, really got me interested in men, thinking about men, just starting transition and having someone see me as a woman. I was like, wait, if she sees me as a woman, maybe other people will see me as a woman, and then they could treat me as a woman, and that would be awesome. And it's really those kinds of realization that lead me on the path to be like, man, this is awesome. This makes me feel like more like myself and more happy than anything else has. So those are my first experiences as a trans woman, up to probably a month, maybe a month and a half into hormones. So yeah, I will be making more videos, so stay tuned. as always, check my channel, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm trying to publish these because I do like talking about trans issues. So there will be more. Probably be on the lookout for them. All right. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.